Hello, first responders. It's Johanna with Holiday Planet with our final FAQ video getting us ready to cruise to Iceland and Norway. And I'm leaving tomorrow. I know most of you are leaving in the next week, so I wanted to give you some final departure instructions, including where to meet up in London and where to meet up on the ship, how to stay safe in London, and also what the final weather forecast is looking like. So first of all, in London, of course, we want everybody to stay safe. This is a pretty safe city with the exception of petty theft. We definitely need to be on the lookout for pickpockets. This is actually a pretty big problem, so let's talk about it. I always recommend crossbody purses, and I recommend holding on to the strap. When I'm walking around sightseeing, I just have my hand rested on that strap all the time. If a criminal is going around cutting purse straps, they might not choose me because I'm holding on to mine. They might just choose somebody else who is an easier mark. Of course, always being aware of your surroundings, making eye contact with people also helps you not to look like a target. Not having a wallet that shows in your back pocket can help as well. Better to keep money in inside pockets of jackets, and the same goes for your cell phone. If you're taking your phone in and out of an outside pocket, it's really easy for them to lift that phone out of there. That is true even in the airports, you guys, these days in Europe. Some pickpocketing is happening in the airports as well. Also, be careful of the types of bags that you're using. Backpacks are a real target. And so I would say if you're with your backpack in a train or a crowded subway, for example, turn that backpack around on your front and cross your arms around it like this. And yes, that may make you feel paranoid. You might feel like, oh my gosh, I look ridiculous right now. Look at all these people. They're nice people. These people are not trying to jack me. Or maybe that's just me. Maybe that's what I think. And maybe all of you first responders are a lot more skeptical and you're looking around like, all these people are about to jack me. I have no idea. But I just figure even if I'm being paranoid and silly, if I have my stuff and my stuff is safe, then it's all worth it. Of course, large sums of money are best carried in a money belt underneath your clothing. If you have other valuables, including your passports while you're in London, it's my opinion that they're the safest in your hotel safe. And what I would carry around with you is just a photocopy of your passport and your photo ID. And I think that's about it for staying safe. You may want to register your trip with the STEP program. That's the acronym STEP, which is a program with the State Department where you can register your trip. And then if there are any incidents in the areas that you're traveling to, the embassy will be in touch with you with instructions. For example, if there's a natural disaster, they'll let you know if you need to shelter in place. If there was a riot or something, they'll let you know, you need to make your way to the embassy or just shelter in place? And let's just be honest, after the bombings in Iran, I think everything is just a little bit elevated right now. So I think that registering with that STEP program for this particular trip would be really smart. I'm going to do that for us too. It's always been there. That program's always been there. I just don't always use it for my own travel, but I really wanted to call it out to you guys this time so that you feel comfortable that we'll have some communications from the embassy or the consulate if needed. Also, let's meet up, and that will be happening the night before we embark the cruise. So that's the 16th at 5 p.m. And that will be in the courtyard area there at the St. James Court, and I'm happy to buy you all a drink. Please wear your wristbands. And those of us who are doing the Jack the Ripper evening walking tour, we will all depart together from the St. James Court at the end of that meetup to go to our meeting point for that walking tour. I'm happy to kind of guide you all over there with me on the tube. And let's see what else. If you're not going to be at that meetup, I hope everyone will come to the meetup though. Children are welcome. Everybody's welcome. It doesn't matter what hotel you're staying at. Please come. But if we don't get to see you in London, if you're staying, for example, in Southampton instead, we will look forward to seeing you on the ship. Just make your own way over to the ship. I would get there before 2 for sure, but you can go over there if you're staying in Southampton as early as like 11 or 11:30. The medallion embarkation is really fast, and you'll be right on the ship just like that. There aren't even any assigned boarding times because it's all just medallion embarkation. Once you're on board the ship, you'll see in our lovely trifold that we do have a group meetup on board, which is at the Outrigger Bar on deck 15 aft. This is a bar that surrounds a pool, and it's all aft facing, looking out over the ship's wake. So it'll be a lovely place for us to meet up at that afternoon and then watch the sail away at 4 p.m. The sail away from London should be, or Southampton should be really lovely, and we'll have a great spot for it looking aft over the ship's wake. That is what we call the usual spot, that outrigger bar on deck 15 aft. So all cruise long, it's my experience that our group tends to kind of take over that area. And if you want to go find some friends or meet up for a drink and somebody says the usual spot, that's what it'll be. The outrigger bar on deck 15 aft, and I will look forward to seeing you there. It is quite possible when we're leaving London that our kids might be in the pool. Heck, all of us might be in the pool because they are going to have a heat wave. I've heard that this heat wave could even be life-threatening in places like Spain, so you know, my heart goes out to them, and I hope everybody's going to be okay. But in London, where we would usually have daytime highs in the 70s, it could even be 80 to low 80s for daytime highs while we're there. I am seeing some scattered showers forecasts, which is totally normal for London. So I'm really not going to change the way that I pack, except that I will bring some more summery clothes, but I'm still going to have my raincoat or umbrella. And then by the time we get up to Norway and Iceland, that heat wave really, it seems to me like it's only affecting the daytime highs by a few degrees. It's still going to be 60s, maybe low 60s with scattered showers in Norway, and like mid 50s for a daytime high with scattered showers in Iceland. So I'm going to still wear a lot of layers so that I can be warm in the mornings when it's cold. And then if it does warm up to the 50s or 60s, you know, we may be taking off layers and getting down to t-shirts. We shall see, my friends. Keep watching that forecast because it can even keep changing the closer we get to the date. So let's be prepared for anything. I look forward to seeing you all in London. I'm going to put the link to the STEP program registration with the State Department down in the Facebook comments below, and we're also going to send that link out with the email that goes out with this video. Travel safely, everyone, and bon voyage!